There are many ways that culture can shape motivation in all age groups in different aspects of their lives. Culture can shape motivation through sports, career, work styles, and relationships. Culture is defined as a set of behaviors, ideas, traditions, and attitudes that exist within people or large groups. These ideas or traditions are passed from generation to the next without barely any change. Culture is not just ethnicity, it is also geographic, social, and economic. Motivation can be defined as the process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. The satisfaction of needs are what seem to motivate people. Maslow, Herzberg, and McClelland needs can be classified into two broad groups: extrinsic and intrinsic motivators. Extrinsic motivators are those provided outside the individual and the job. For example, physical conditions, security, and social relations. Intrinsic motivators are derived from performing the job and come from within the person. For example, esteem, achievement, and self-actualization. While these needs tend to be universal, they are more important in certain cultures than others, and therefore more motivating. Other needs, such as security, social, and esteem needs, are learned through socialization. From culture to culture, people may emphasize the importance on certain needs, which may motivate them differently. In cultures where people's self-identity derived from their work, they live to work. In cultures that have less value on their work, people's self-identity is tied to factors like their family or friends, and they work to live. B.F. Skinner proposed that people are motivated by the consequences of their action, both positive and negative. Positive consequences are expected to have the best results in ensuring desired work behavior in the long run. People are motivated by setting clear, specific, and challenging goals. A way to set these goals is Drucker's management by objectives, where individuals and their managers set goals for the individual against which his or her work will be evaluated. Another way is Adams' equity theory, where people compare their performances to others, and if the rewards or outcomes they receive are not comparable to those of others, then the individual is motivated to do something about theirs. Studies show that beliefs and behaviors is different through social, ethnic, and age groups, that the culture itself can actually shape one's motivation. For example, there have been studies done on youth sports with children born and raised in China and then American children. Specifically, American male and female children take part in sports or physical activity primarily for competition and improving skills, while the Chinese kids had social affiliation and wellness as the main participation reasons for both males and females. There are many other examples of how culture shapes motivation in humans. The workplace is a great example of how the global economy is bringing the physical world in closer in contact with each other. Diversity among the workplace is very common, and understanding how to motivate all different cultures is a very difficult task. These cultures all have different ways in which they are motivated, and understanding these differences is a key for the highest level of performance by each of them. It is very important to educate yourself in how other cultures exist and what motivates an individual to perform certain behaviors before imposing a one-size-fits-all approach. That is most definitely a recipe for disaster, as people are driven by all different factors.